Hello, in today's news, the SAS soldier shot dead in Afghanistan yesterday was one of the first to treat Corporal Doug Grant, who was killed in action in Kabul last month. Lance Corporal Leon Smith was shot in the head after climbing a ladder to observe a cordon being placed around suspected insurgents. Defence Force Chief Lieutenant General Rhys Jones is denying reports that our SAS soldiers were tricked into getting involved in a family feud. The body of Lance Corporal Smith is expected to arrive back in the country midway through next week. There'll be a funeral with full military honours. It's 2 years since National decided to send the SAS back to the war-torn country after Labour had pulled them out. But military bosses maintain the SAS is in a mentoring role in Afghanistan. With 2 of the elite forces members killed in fighting, the military and the government are being accused of not being upfront about the true nature of their deployment. Chief of the Defence Force Lieutenant General Rhys Jones says they use the term mentoring to describe the SAS's work with the Afghan Crisis Response Unit because that's a term which is used by ISAF, which controls the Afghan operations. The man who made the biggest impact on politics in a generation says farewell to Parliament today. Sir Roger Douglas is the architect of Rogernomics, which remains the basis of economic policy. He says he bows out with few regrets. Sir Roger says there's the odd thing he would have liked to have achieved in the social policy area, but says he's satisfied with what he has been able to achieve. Auckland's outbreak of measles has made its way to Wellington. There's now 1 confirmed case of the measles in the capital, and that's linked to an infected passenger who flew from Auckland to Wellington earlier this month. Australia's competition regulator has approved the proposed alliance between Qantas and American Airlines on trans-Pacific routes. The ACCC says the joint business agreement won't be anti-competitive, given that the 2 carriers don't have any overlapping direct services between the US and Australia or New Zealand. Better training, introducing qualifications, pay parity and increasing wages are all elements of Labour's aged care policy. MP Steve Chadwick says the funding and delivery of aged care services are under strain. They need a comprehensive and long-term plan of action. And Labour's Darian Fenton is being called on to apologise for suggesting the party's supporters should boycott the Mad Butcher stores. The MP made the call after founder Sir Peter Leach recently backed Prime Minister John Key. The new owner of the chain, Michael Morton, says Sir Peter hasn't actually owned the Mad Butcher for a couple of years. He says Ms Fenton is grossly misguided and her postings are mean-spirited. Police have charged a man over a duck shooting death. 53-year-old Eric Bright died in May from a single gunshot wound while out hunting with a group of friends on the Bright family farm near Wauku, south of Auckland. A 57-year-old man has now been charged with careless use of a firearm causing death. New Zealand's biggest iwi has voted to begin treaty settlement negotiations with the Crown. 76% of Ngāpuhi agreed to give the Runanga-backed Tohoronuku a mandate to take their claims directly to government. Chairman Sonny Tau says this is one of the biggest exercises of iwi democracy ever undertaken. TVNZ doesn't think it's treating its viewers badly by shuffling around the British soap opera Coronation Street. Head of TV1 and TV2, Jeff Latch, says it's simply to accommodate the final 3 weeks of MasterChef Australia. The move has sparked outrage from viewers, but he says Coronation Street's ratings have been falling for the past 15 years. Well, there'll be trouble at Rovers. That's all from me for now. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget there's news through the evening on the Half Hour on Shine TV. From all of us here in the Shine Newsroom, ka kite anō.